Ron Smorenberg was born on April 30, 1974 in Holland. He is one of the few Dutch fighters who managed to succeed in Hollywood. Ron started practicing martial arts at the age of 7. He began learning martial arts with judo, and 4 years later he switched to karate. Ron's real passion for martial arts came after watching Jackie Chan movies. A few years later Ron watched the movie Bloodsport and it became his greatest inspiration. He started practicing karate and kicked all the leaves off the trees in his street. Ron is obsessed with stretching and kicking. After his kicks, many holes appeared in the walls of his house and he had to cover them with posters. Ron's friends said that he had all the data to become a star of martial arts movies. Among other things, Ron wanted to become a good fighter and was sure that everything in the movie Bloodsport was real. At the age of 15 Ron became the Dutch karate champion and won his first tournament. At that time, the tournament was not like today's fights and they were just beginning to experiment with it. There were many differences between fighters who owned their own martial arts styles, and some points of the rules were not finalized. One day Jackie Chan came to Holland to shoot his film. Ron immediately wanted to come to the audition for the film, but the Dutch actors did not give him this chance. Ron was advised to shoot a movie clip and send it to Jackie Chan. Later, Jackie watched the video on the cassette and invited Ron to the key fight in his film. In the on-screen fight, Ron showed everything he was capable of. Despite the fact that Ron was a professional fighter, it was difficult for him to maintain the rhythm that Jackie Chan set in the fight. The fight lasted quite a long time and Ron showed everything he was capable of. Later, he said that the best way to learn something is to take part in a fight with Jackie Chan. In 2000 Ron moved to Hong Kong to find work there. Filming in Hong Kong films is not easy and sometimes Ron had to perform very dangerous stunts. He returned back to Holland, but simply could not stay there. Ron really missed Asia. Later he was invited to Thailand to star in a film with Tony Jaa, who was then a rising action star. Ron later starred with Van Damme in the film The Eagle's Path. Jean-Claude Van Damme made a very positive impression on Ron. After all, Van Damme is a good person and takes care of the actors during filming. Van Damme also created a new era of action films, and perhaps without Bloodsport there would be no modern cage fighting. Ron currently lives in Thailand, where he works as an actor, stuntman and fight scene director. In his free time Ron draws and does martial arts web design.